Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Chase. I woke up this morning and I saw this tweet by Alyssa Wong. And I had heard the name, but I didn't really know who she was. I still don't know who she is. She's a writer, and, she is a far extreme leftist. She's all into identity politics. You have to be in order to get a job at Marvel these days. That's absolutely true. So she's going to be writing Arrow. I think Greg Pak is involved. And it's one of those things, of course. She's Asian, Greg Pak's Asian, and they, you only write Asian characters if you're Asian. That's the kind of idea that people are saying these days, people dogpiling on, what was her name? The person that plays Black Widow. I'm so bad. Scarlett Johansson. Because she was going to depict a trans woman. People just went after her like crazy. The media attacked her, so she apologized a million times and bowed down to them and said, you know what, you're right, I can't play this character. Only a trans person should play a trans person. Of course that's ridiculous. It's just another effect of the far left identitarianism that's involved in, most of pop culture these days. So like I said, I woke up to this tweet. It made me so angry. So I went on CB Cebulski's timeline and I started saying obnoxious stuff. Why do you want to destroy Marvel? I was really legitimately angry. So supposedly Alyssa Wong wrote this on the day that Stan Lee died. Once again, I just want to point out, I don't believe that she actually wrote this, okay? I think that someone photoshopped and faked this, and I'm going to get to that point, okay, and talk about that as well, of course. This tweet allegedly says, F Stan Lee. So what if he's dead? He's still a racist thief and an appropriator of culture, just like that jerk Cebulski. If I ever work at Marvel, I'll tear down as much of Stan Lee's so-called legacy as possible. Now, the crazy thing about this tweet is that allegedly it looks like there are 726 likes on this and 13 comments. That would have been impossible. Okay, first of all, they call it ratioed whenever there are like 1 million comments and there's like 5 likes, you know what I mean? And that is exactly what would have happened if she would have posted this, and she would have gone down in history notoriously as someone who hates Stan Lee. People would have been talking about this nonstop, just like all of the other people. I saw some of these tweets on that day, and to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't cry when Stan Lee died. I cried when I saw tweets like this, defaming him as a bigot. Absolutely disgusting. He was one of the best men to ever live. I love Stan Lee. I always will. I respect his work so much. And I posted this. I said, Alyssa claims she never said that last tweet. I don't know how to search Twitter archives for deleted content, specifically on my phone. Can anyone out there validate this negative tweet going around? Because she said, hey folks, I've been seeing some tweets circulating that are falsely attributed to me. Those are not my words. I have an enormous respect for Stan Lee and his legacy, and I wouldn't be working for Marvel if I didn't. I don't even necessarily believe that, but look, I decided, I said, look, just think about this. Go look for proof. Go look for evidence. And where the best place to look for it is obviously Kiwi Farms. Someone actually jumped on this and mentioned to me, they're like, hey, Kiwi Farms is basically saying that this is fake, that this is just a no-go. And so I jumped on Kiwi Farms, just like I was saying, and everyone is saying the same thing. They say, looks like it's probably faked. I searched her replies for a week after and came up with no outraged responses. The response people are saying is proof predates by a year. So look, the dates don't even match up. And I want to show you what I mean when I say the dates don't match up. Look at this. So this is what they're saying. They're saying that this tweet that says F Stan Lee was the precursor to this tweet, okay, that says, yeah, F Stan Lee and Jack Kirby for creating Black Panther, and they are white. This is by some guy named Kaiser Leo. But look, this tweet happened in 2017, in November. That's a full year before the alleged tweet was supposed to be there, which dates the day that Stan Lee died. That was November 12th, 2018, right? So looking back at this, and this is what they're saying. They're saying that this Alyssa tweet was supposedly right here. This tweet is unavailable because, again, they're replying to the same person who is Alyssa Wong. It is fishy, and not just fishy. It's different dates completely. So it's absolutely true that it doesn't fit here. And look, everyone on Kiwi Farms, and these guys are notorious. They're really good about finding information online about people. And if they were looking for this and it existed, then yes, absolutely, that they would have been able to find it, right? Now, this is what they're saying as well. There's very little to no trace of that tweet ever existing. What with the lack of replies, the lack of archives, the lack of people talking about it until now, a blue check mark comic book writer saying F. Stan Lee on the day he died, how would have that gone under the radar for 8 effing months? That's absolutely true. And so he's saying, that the quartering probably shouldn't have jumped on this and talked about it. But look, hey, the quartering said that it was alleged as well. So, of course, I'm going to stick up for him a little bit. And I'm going to stick up for Bounding Into Comics. They're a great website. And this is the article that they wrote about it. The headline says this: Marvel Comics writer Alyssa Wong allegedly says F. Stan Lee. Right. I absolutely get it. And look, they updated it. I just saw that they updated this. Alyssa Wong responded to the allegations that she attacked Stan Lee. She took to Twitter to state, hey folks, I've been seeing some tweets circulating that are falsely attributed to me. It's really good. Again, John Trent, he's the guy that runs Bounding Into Comics. He's really good about reporting. So again, him changing this to update it, it's really good. Of course, in the very beginning, he said it was alleged anyway. And I want to say this, in defense of everyone who's just kind of saying, hey, this has got to be true. Well, Marvel Comics writers and artists have a big history of just jumping on this train like you think. America Chavez writer Gabby Rivera would indicate that she was triggered AF at the mere sight presence of white dudes, quote unquote. Again, that's a writer at Marvel. Marvel still employs Sana Amanat. I want to take it a step further than Bounding Into Comics says. Not only does Marvel employ Sana Amanat is basically the second or third in charge of culture over there, right? She has her degree in political science. And she says, that's the future. Once we start interbreeding, brown will rule. Muhahahaha. One day, we will all be brown. And no, that does not mean I plan to spread Sharia law. Oof, boy, that's cringy. And look, also Saladin Ahmed pressured Kellogg's to change their cereal cover box art, claiming it was racist. They have a tendency, again, people who work at Marvel, to just come out and say a bunch of really insane, dumb stuff, right? Ta-Nehisi Coates, he's the guy that's pushing for reparations to Congress right now. He's writing Captain America, I believe, still. I stopped reading that. I read one issue. I was like, garbage. I can't even look at it. He says this: white America is a syndicate arrayed to protect its exclusive power to dominate and control our bodies. He would also describe 9/11 firefighters and police trying to save people. They were not human to me. Black, white, or whatever, they were menaces of nature. They were the fire, the comet, the storm, which could, with no justification, shatter my body. That just sounds like a bunch of garbage poetry to me. It really does make sense that a lot of people would jump on this tweet and just assume that it's true. In this day and age, I mean, it's not just an outrage culture, but this is a fake news culture. Simply look at what happened to Nick Sandeman. Him just standing there wearing a Trump hat, and that entire narrative was spun incorrectly, and he's been defamed. I just found out today that the Supreme Court overturned that huge defamation lawsuit against the Washington Post from the Sandeman family. And that's really unfortunate because that was a huge case of political slander and defamation. I really, really do hope that those lawyers, there's a lot of good pro bono lawyers that are working with that family, so I really do hope that they clear his name eventually. And look, if Alyssa Wong did not say these things at all, I hope that her name is also cleared as well. I hate to see fake news slander people. I want to hear what y'all think. Again, I don't know if this is true or untrue. I'm just telling you that the evidence overwhelmingly leads me to believe that this was a faked screenshot, that it was photoshopped. And Kiwi Farms actually agrees. So once again, guys, I'd love to hear what you think. Simply leave a comment down below. I'd love for you to subscribe. I'd love for you to subscribe to my content. Once again, I'm Chase. Join me for my next video. You're the gateway into comics. Have a great day.